Hey, lovely ones, it's Lisa, and it's day 19 in my Tower month. And today I've been thinking a lot about ease and dis-ease. Ease and dis-ease. One of the things, there's a loving kindness meditation that we often use in mindfulness work, and it's based on an ancient South Asian form. It started first, I think, in Hinduism, picked up by Buddhism. Buddhists often refer to this practice as metta, which is a Pali or ancient Indian word for loving kindness, for kindness, actually, for that sense that we are connected to this world around us, and that our appropriate role is one of caregiving and caretaking. Anyway, in the metta or loving kindness practice, one of the phrases that we might repeat as we're sitting in awareness of others is, may you be at ease just as you are. May you be at ease just as you are. And I think that's such a powerful wish, such a powerful blessing. You know, what does it take to be at ease? In some sense, being at ease really is about acceptance of how you are right now, of how things are right now. So may you be at ease just as you are is kind of almost a redundant expression. May you be at ease suggests, may you just settle right in with exactly what you're experiencing right now. And dis-ease, I think, and maybe disease itself, is that sense of, that profound sense of not being okay with who and what you are right now. I had a really, really, really powerful encounter, really, really deep encounter with this woman today. And, I don't want to go into details, of course. Her story and her experience are all hers. But it was really striking how impossible it seemed for this woman to be at ease with anything. And how much that not being at ease was instantly reflected in and refracted by the disease process that she was experiencing. Literally, in very, very concrete ways, making herself sick. And of course, there was underlying stuff. I'm not saying that people cause their illness by any stretch of the imagination. There were underlying things. And then there were the ways in which her inability to feel okay generated behaviors that were really good coping mechanisms, actually, but made her sick. She's in this vicious cycle, and I just kept trying to connect with her, and will continue to try to connect with her, just to be with her, to be in my own small way, to reflect that I'm at ease with who and how she is. So the Tower, this is a deck that I purchased. It took a really long time to get here. I purchased it at the beginning of the year. This is the Gypsy Palace Tarot, Nora Huska's deck, and I edged it in red. This is a deck that I have admired. When did it come out? I want to say 2014. I don't know if it says. Something like that. We wish you an inspiring journey. It's a deck that I've had my eye on for years, and but never bought it. Not for any deep reason. Just didn't. Knew that the imagery was going to take me on a journey, and it was never the right time for that journey. And then for some reason, at the beginning of the year, I thought, I need a deck that will take me deep into the earth. I mean, this is a deck, the colors are all fiery and vibrant, and the imagery is incredible. And so you might think this is a fiery deck, but for me, this is a very earthy deck. It's just, there's something that's just, I mean, it's visceral. So I got the deck, and it took like 6 weeks to come here. Germany, was coming from Germany, and just the post was insane. Anyway, by the time it got here, I was moving on. I was in other projects, and I haven't worked with it yet. But I was inspired tonight to pull it out, and it still has that wonderful new tarot smell. And here's the Tower. I hope you can see this. So, you know, this image of this wildly distorted body, the head up so high, so far away from the feet, the whole body kind of suspended in a weird way. It's hard to see what she's holding in her hands. Or if that is maybe her fingers dragging into the water. And this way in which the body itself, you know, if we think about the Tower as fire meeting water, the body itself is almost fire devolving into water. And then this sense that she's holding on to some reins, you know, as if she's trying to go somewhere, as if she's trying to move somewhere. This reminds me a little bit, you know, actually, since Alice in Wonderland was on my mind last night, it reminds me a little bit of the start of Alice in Wonderland, you know, where she's alternating between eat me and drink me, and sort of her neck is getting tall, and, you know, these sort of distortions of the body. There's a little bit of that Alice in Wonderland feel right here. You know, first and foremost, I think there's something about us finding a way to be at ease in this flesh, you know, with the processes of living and dying and breathing and expiring, that as they unfold over time, moment by moment, and to think that the Tower is this sense of the body itself being so out of whack, so out of proportion with itself, so imbalanced, trying to get somewhere, and yet just completely in disharmony. How do we first find our ease? By simply settling down into our embodied experience and the natural rhythms of eating, and, you know, eating and pooping and peeing and breathing and blowing our noses, and, you know, all of our excretions and all of our delightful modes of consumption, and sex and the fluids and the, you know, I mean, all the stuff. We're like, you know, these crazy masses of, you know, smushy stuff and liquid stuff. And can we be at ease in this body, you know, right here and now? And can we find a sense of wholeness in this body right here and now? And in finding that sense of wholeness in this body, can we find a sense of connection and harmony and alignment with this world that seems to be outside of this body, even though all these molecules and electrons and, you know, whatnot, atoms and quarks and whatever are interpenetrating each other? Can we find alignment? You know, the Tower maybe marks a moment of profound dis-ease and disalignment. And if it does so, the hope is that it does so in light of realignment. I think that's all I have tonight, other than wishing that you be at ease right now, just as you are. Thank you so much, as always, for hanging out with me, and thank you for your practice.